Welcome to the Bat X Release Show on Cover. Thanks for joining us here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:15 a.m. I'm back. DC not here today, but don't worry. Plays have been sent in, given to the trust of your boy over here. 40-35 plus 9.78 units so far in August for the release show. Over 22 units on the year, 6% ROI. A great Tuesday morning to everybody there in the chat. A big help to you guys as always. Ethan, Mike, Jermaine, Adam, Reed, Ethan, the new ones, the regulars. Great to see everybody there. Took a solid week and a bit off, and we're back. It's always nice to adjust perspectives and get a little time off from the books, especially the grind that is the MLB season. But we got a handful of plays today, handful of releases, pitchers, hits. Let's go. This is how we're doing things today. If you're new to the show, we stick to a pretty strict guideline here. We'll tell you the book we're betting at, give you some time to log into that account. Then we'll tell you the prop mark we're betting, the team the player is, who the player is, the over, under, and making sure there's some steps along the way. There's some time between each step, making sure that everybody can get the play in. Because Derek's numbers have a massive influence over the market. If you've seen his numbers, it's a rush. We're here at 9:15. There's already a ton of movement, so let's get right to it. Producer Mick is behind the panel today, so big ups to him. Release number 1, we are at Bet365. Secondary books include BetMGM, US Betway, and BetRivers. Game in question, Cleveland at Minnesota. And a happy last day of vacation to you, Milo. Prop mark, we're looking at pitcher strikeouts. Make sure our number's still there. Certainly is. Nice to get the first one out of the way. For release number 1, Cleveland starting pitcher Gavin Williams under 6.5 Ks plus 110. Gavin Williams under 6.5 Ks plus 110. Let us know if you got it somewhere else and what the price is. Let us know if it's moving. For the Cleveland starter, outside of his 10 and 12K outings so far, he is 9-1 to the under in his other 10 starts, coming off a 7-run game and hasn't gone more than 5 innings in 3 straight starts. 90 pitches per start last 10. So the leash isn't that long. The number's high because of the matchup versus Minnesota, who is a 25, north of 25% strikeout team, but that's always priced in. Pinnacle minus 107. The bat projections today, 83 pitches, 14.2 outs, which makes, I believe, his outs of 16.5 pretty solid play on the under, and just 5.29 strikeouts. So well over a full strikeout over the number here, under the number here, and at a great price of plus 110. That's where we are there. Let's continue to roll. Nice to get Gavin Williams in there as the top one, getting that plus 110. Release number 2 and gone. Really? And where's it gone? Oh, MGM. Thank you, Evan. Thank you for letting us know that. Bet365 will likely catch up to that market. Release 2, jumping over to FanDuel. 365 also has a good price here. If you're looking to stay on the same book, the score, if you're in Ontario, also the same. Game in question, Atlanta, Colorado. Braves at Coors Field. Market is pitcher strikeouts. Looks like we're getting our second release number 2. Charlie Morton, Atlanta starting pitcher, under 7.5 strikeouts, minus 134. Charlie Morton under 7.5 strikeouts, minus 134. I believe it's minus 135 the last time I checked at 365, so not a huge difference there. Let us know if you're looking at it somewhere else. Market already moved 10 points at 365. It was minus 125, now minus 135 there. Morton back-to-back double-digit Ks, but Obviously, Coors is an issue here, could slow him down. Colorado is a big strikeout percentage team, just like we saw in the Cleveland-Minnesota game. But Morton, 8-3 to the under on this number in his last 11 starts, coming off a season high 109 pitches. That is a big thing to come off of, especially for the 40-year-old, as Atlanta has pretty much everything locked up there in the division. They don't need to push him too much, especially in a game where they're heavily favored versus the Rockies. So, excusez-moi. Let's get that in. Charlie Morton under 7.5 Ks minus 134. Happy to get that number in. Release number 3. Heading back to 365. I believe all the plays from here on out will also be at this book. Okay, we're heading to Wrigley, Milwaukee at the Cubs. Prop market we're looking at. Player hits. And when you know we're playing player hits, you know we're looking at good plus money. Make sure our number is there. Producer Mick knows me eyesight. We're going on the Brewers. And for release number 3, Milwaukee outfielder, believe he's an outfielder, Tyrone Taylor, under 0.5 hits plus 160. Milwaukee's Tyrone Taylor, under 0.5 hits plus 160. Let us know if you're looking at a different price. Let us know if it moves. Alt book here. Sorry, DK points bet, Clint. Similar. I think DK was at plus 150 last time I checked, which is still good. Derek says this is good to plus 140. Thank you, Tyler Jackson. Appreciate it, bruh. And Taylor, 31% pinch hit risk. That's the first thing we're looking here. Right-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher, hitting 186 versus lefties, 216 versus righties. So nothing special for Taylor, who has a ton of swing and miss in his game. 0 for 11 over his last 4 games. Plus 160 is a solid price for a guy who's projected for just over 3 at-bats today in a tough matchup versus Justin Steele, who, has surprised literally everyone this year. So Tyrone Taylor, big plus money, under 0.5 hits, plus 160. 365 people who don't have the 365 account, we saw plus 150 at DK. Sticking with 365, sticking probably with the same market. So if you don't have 365, DK's your best bet. Game in question. Adams all over stuff here too. When we're looking at these under hits and we're looking to project pinch hit risk, it's good to go to San Francisco. Gabe loves to move his piece as well. Cincinnati at San Francisco. Down, down, down. Market. Player hits. I know I said San Francisco, but we're going on the other side here. A name that's not synonymous with the offense of Cincinnati. Make sure my number is there. Correct. It is for release number 4, Cincinnati outfielder Nick Martini, under 0.5 hits, plus 195. Martini, under 0.5 hits, plus 195. Just 2 of his 7 games has played a complete game. Massive, big pinch hit risk. Minimal bats in the MLB. Career 270 hitter, but that's not where his projections really are. Big chance of 2 at-bats here. Hopefully 3. So let's get Nick Martini under 0.5 hits. With that name, it's a must play. Thank you, Dell, lingering there in the chat. Get it while you can at plus 195. will likely sharpen up a bit, but I would assume nothing more than about plus 180. Those numbers are all good. Martini good to plus 190. That's from DC here in our group chat. One more play. Plus 175 on DK. Okay, yeah, that's Derek did say play to 190. So that if he was looking at that number right now, he'd probably be off it. Bet it for the Cuckoo's Nest reference alone. LD Yanks, welcome to the chat today. Back at 365. Betway, Canadian Betway has the same price. Oh, was it 185 on the release? So that moved quickly. I still don't understand some of the pricing for player hits. Plus 195 for Nick Martini seems extensive when you see guys, I don't know, guys you don't expect to hit well, hanging minus 105, even money, plus 195. There's always gems in that under hits market somewhere, and using Derek's tools, it's always nice to find it. Let's go back to Wrigley. Milwaukee at Cubs, going to the north side. Prop market we're looking at, pitcher walks allowed. And that's probably closer where that play should be, Mike P, about plus 150, I'd assume, and where Rivers is. Plus, wow, 15-point move on DK in that market is substantial. Pitcher walks allowed. Now, before we get this out, everybody there in the chat, do me, do Covers, do Derek, do producer, make a big favor. Hit that like, subscribe button. Always helps us out. Thanks for all the comments. It's a great move you guys are doing here today. Final release. Let's go. Pitcher walks allowed. Cubs starting pitcher Justin Steele. Over 1.5 walks plus 110. Steele. Over 1.5 walks plus 110. Milwaukee, number 3 walk percentage team in baseball. Steele, elite command, but this is a tough matchup. Projected for 19.6 outs, so that's where the non-priced in part of this is. 19.6 outs, super long leash. The longer the leash is, obviously the higher the walk rate possible could be. Projected for 2.36 walks today. That's a big number. So as we get Steele in there, and as I'm getting over an illness, producer Mick, help me run down the plays here for Tuesday, August 29th, as we try to run another winning month here in August. We bet Gavin Williams under 6.5 Ks plus 110 at 365. Then we went Charlie Morton, 39, turning 40, under 7.5 Ks, minus 134. That was at FanDuel. Turned around when we hit the player hits market. Tyrone Taylor under 0.5 hits plus 160. Then we got some vermouth and got Nick Martini under 0.5 hits plus 195. That was at 365. We've seen the other books substantially shorter. Rivers about plus 150. Then we went to Steeltown. Justin Steele over 1.5 walks plus 110. That wraps up a Tuesday show of 5 plays, I think, there, if I can count to that number. The bat release show Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:15 a.m. We're here for the rest of the season. We're here for the playoffs. Derek and I will do the blitz releases, the shows for the upcoming NFL season week to week. That will be going. So there's a lot of content coming in the upcoming months, especially with the NFL season around the corner. Thanks to everybody there in the chat. Always big thanks to producer Mick behind the glass. I'm Josh Ingles. This is Covers. Be smart, be sharp, be safe. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 9:15 a.m.